Hello and welcome to this video, which you can see from this title card. It is not going to be very serious. It's going to be a tongue-in-cheek video, which is kind of a play on some videos that came out in early 2019 where people would share their experience of listening to some seemingly innocent YouTube videos and then falling asleep, and YouTube autoplay taking them to some very radical political videos. And so you should not use autoplay feature on YouTube. That's kind of the conclusion I took from those stories. But anyway, YouTube will sometimes suggest you videos that take you on a ride if you click on them, which happened to me. So I am interested in machine learning, and I was watching a lot of machine learning related videos on YouTube. So of course YouTube suggested this video for me, which is about basically is open source alternatives to NVIDIA's CUDA framework to do computations on GPUs. And so this video, basically I watched it, so I got suggested this one, The Tragedy of Systemd, which is from same YouTube channel. It was a presentation on the same conference, and I was like, yeah, I have no idea what this thing should be about, but I am going to just cook and wash the dishes, and it's like 47 minutes long and I have nothing better to have as a background noise, so I just put this video on. It is a very nice presentation about the history of Systemd and the basically why was it important to develop a new init system for Linux. And of course YouTube took notice of that, and a few days later when I was working in the lab and I was looking for some background noise for some tasks that doesn't require much intellectual activity, just like menial tasks in the lab, I was suggested the top 5 mistakes new Linux users make by Joe Collins. This is also a relatively long video. It is 41 minutes, so it was also a very good choice for me to have as a kind of background noise. And Joe Collins has a very good radio voice, and he worked in radio, so he knows how to keep an audience entertained. I really liked his video, so I ended up watching a lot of his stuff, even though my interest in Linux was basically very close to zero. But basically he made me more curious, let's just put it that way. He made me more excited about learning about this mysterious other operating system besides Windows and macOS. And of course YouTube was meticulously logging my activities to give me new suggestions, and this took me to this video about Microsoft spying on people from Chris Status Tech. I just listened to it. I don't even remember when. I think I was also in the lab working on something, maybe doing some organizing some data or something. It was a 16-minute video. It talks about the telemetry features of Windows 10. And of course I also had to watch a video about installing Arch Linux, because why not? Joe Collins jokes a lot about Arch users in his videos, so it was kind of a natural reaction from my nonconformist soul to want to learn more about Arch Linux, this mysterious distribution which people use to look cool and, well, say, by the way, I use Arch. And of course YouTube kept recommending me more and more in-depth videos. Of course I came across Luke Smith's channel too, when he talks about the freedoms that this free software, this liberated software and Linux give us. This video, especially when he talks about why Linux should be the wide west of operating systems. He doesn't care much about the fragmentation and stuff like that, things that other Linux YouTubers talk a lot about. It was a very interesting video, and of course after Luke Smith you can only just go deeper and watch Richard Stallman interviews the then leader of the Free Software Foundation. And Of course, after watching all these Richard Stallman videos, watching Richard Stallman explaining everything, there is no much room for doubt. You will become a radical free software or liberated software advocate, and you will have a very strong opinion on operating systems, and you will have a very strong opinion on privacy, and you will start to be the guy who cannot shut up about Microsoft spying on people and disparaging individuals and also companies who use expensive proprietary software. So this is how I became radicalized by YouTube, now making my friends crazy about my comments about their computing lives. So be careful when you watch YouTube, and don't use autoplay, and be careful which suggested videos you click on. So subscribe for more content. More technical videos are going to come soon. If you like this video, throw me a like, look at this Linux playlist I have here, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.